Great. Joined here this evening by Emma Weyant, the winner of the women's 400-meter IM, and nominated to the Olympic team this evening. And so we'll start going around the room. Yeah, we'll start right here.
Hi Emma, congratulations.
Thank you.
What was the first thing that went through your head when you turned and looked at the clock and realized that you had touched the wall first?
I was honestly shocked. I didn't even look at my time first. I just heard it, and I looked right over to my sister, so I'm super excited.
So, Emma, take us through that last 25. What are you thinking? I don't know what you can see as far as Margalis, Flickener, and Leah Smith. What are you thinking? How are you pushing yourself through that wall? Because it was really, that last like 10, 15 meters where you really accelerated. So what's going through your head at that point?
Yeah, I breathed to my right, so I could see Leah Smith. And honestly, like the last 25, I was just trying to put my head down, really not breathe into the wall, and kick as hard as I could.
How hard was this last year of training with trying to get back in shape? I think it was around a year ago that people were starting to get back in the pool, and here you are, you're on the Olympic team, and just how have you kind of reflected on what you've gone through the last year and trying to get back in shape, and now you're on the Olympic team, the ultimate goal?
I was really fortunate to have a really amazing training environment in Sarasota with my coach Brent and my club teammates. We got back to work pretty soon after, and it's been a really good year.
Emma, would you say the 400 IM chose you, or you chose the 400 IM?
I think when I was younger, I always fought doing IM a little bit. I wanted to be a distance swimmer, which probably isn't common. It's the opposite now, but my coaches really pushed me into IM, which I'm really grateful for. And I really like it now, so that's definitely the most fun event for me.
What makes it fun?
I think the strategy behind it and racing.
Emma, with the pandemic delaying your plans to go to college, do you think that your training would have been substantially different, or is that something that you've thought, what if you had gone to UVA this fall, or versus if you are staying in Sarasota?
I think there's just less uncertainty staying in Sarasota, staying consistent in my training, but I'm really excited to get back there next year.
All right, when they gave you the medal and the whole crowd is just going nuts, we could tell you got a little bit emotional there, and how could you not? Just what was that moment like for you when you had been able to kind of soak a little bit of it in, but then just have that appreciation with the crowd?
Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that. It's definitely like the biggest crowd I've ever swam in front of. Just like hearing everything, seeing everyone, it was really surreal for me.
Hey Emma, Peggy Shin with TeamUSA.org. Can you talk about your expectations coming here, and then what it's like to stand up on the blocks with 3 Olympians?
I think really my expectations, this is my first trials, but I had goals going into this meet of trying to place as high as I could, swim as well as I could. But I think really this meet was all about racing for me, and I get to race with the best, and that really pushes me. So it's been a lot of fun to get to race these amazing people.
Hey Emma, Megan Soyson from NBC. We heard when you were getting the award, your mom, how she was saying she did it, or just kind of couldn't really believe it. Have you talked to your family yet, and what kind of reaction have they given you?
I saw them for a little bit. I saw my sister. They're going crazy. They're probably freaking out more than I am. But yeah, I'll see them soon. So yeah, thank you.
In 2016, when the trials were going on, what were you doing? Where were you at? Where was what were your goals at that time?
I was at my home in Sarasota watching my teammates. I made my cut about 2 weeks after the meet. So I got to watch my teammates, and that was really inspiring for me to want to be there this time.
At what event? Did you make it in the 400?
400, yes.
Without having a chance really to prove yourself over the last year in long course, because there haven't been these meets, and you had that 435, but it's been a couple years, so where were you confidence-wise about your abilities in this going into tonight?
I mean, yeah, I definitely haven't been 4:35 or close to that in a while. But I think for me, staying consistent in my times throughout the season, not being too far off, but I mean, obviously the end of the season meet is always the big goal for me, but throughout the season, trying to work on the race plan and getting my splits to where they want to be.
All right, Emma, you said this was all about racing for you. In the 4am, how much do you pay attention to other people's race strategies and also your own? How do you find that balance? Because I'm assuming you want to know where other people make their move, and you know, Margalis and Flickinger had quite a few moves throughout that race. What is that balance like for you with knowing what to expect, but also focusing on your own race?
I think that's been something that I've really had to learn and work on. Obviously sticking to my race plan, but being aware of where everyone else is in the pool, which has not been easy because not going out too hard or coming back, just trying to stick to what I'm good at.
Hi, Emma. So would you say this extra year actually ended up benefiting you?
I mean, I think it did. I can say that now. But of course, like, more time to train, get stronger, I think only helps.
Emma, it was once described to me that if you aren't hurting after the backstroke in the 400 IM, you're not swimming it right. Do you agree or disagree? And you know, for you, what is the toughest part of it?
I definitely agree. I think mentally for me the fly is the hardest, just trying not to go too hard on it, but obviously the breaststroke and the freestyle hurts the most, but that's the better part of the race for me.
Emma, I'm curious what you like to do outside of the pool, what your hobbies are and what your interests are.
I have 3 sisters, so we always are keeping each other busy. It's a house full of girls, so it's always crazy.
You mentioned a little bit about your race plan, and I don't know if you've ever negative split the 100 free of your 400 IM, but is that something you've done before? And is that something where you realized you did that?
I thought I did that. I'm not sure if I've ever done that before, but I mean, I think tonight was just whatever it takes. That's kind of been the mantra throughout training on the freestyle. Just whatever it takes to get to the goal.
You said when you were younger you wanted to be a distance swimmer. Why? What about that appealed to you?
I think that those were my strengths when I was younger. I had a club that had a lot of good distance swimmers on, so we trained that a lot. And through the years, I incorporated more IM into it, and it's kind of become something I do more.
400 IM is as close to swimming has as a decathlon, and I'm wondering if that is part of the allure for you, this sort of toughness that it takes mentally and physically.
Yeah, and I think I really like training multiple things, like switching it up, because there's always something to work on. It definitely never gets boring.
Perfect. Any final questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.